Alright, so the Vegas Golden Knights walk away with a 4-1 win in Game 1 over the Montreal Canadiens in a game which I thought Montreal started out pretty well, but then Vegas got to their game. And Montreal, let's be honest, they seem to have a bit of a problem adjusting to Vegas's forecheck. Alright, so Jeff Petrie is not available for Montreal in this one, and I think that definitely hurts them because he is a good puck-moving defenseman, and with how hard the Vegas Golden Knights forecheck, man, the Habs could really use a guy like Jeff Petrie back there. And for Petrie, yeah, he's not prime Nick Lidstrom, okay, let's not get too crazy here. But let's be honest, having him out of the lineup definitely leaves a big hole on the Habs defense. So what a crazy building the Vegas Golden Knights have. Probably the biggest spectacle in hockey, I would have to say. Their pregame ceremonies are epic. You know, they have guys cranking up the siren, guys and girls, different people all the time. It's pretty awesome. And for Montreal, seeing them in the Golden Knights arena was really weird for me because, you know, we just haven't seen a Canadian team play an American team all season long, or anyone play anyone else outside their division for that matter too. So Montreal, I thought they started out well in this game. They were forechecking, they were getting in, causing some problems for the Golden Knights defense, and they were giving Vegas a bit of a dose of their own medicine. And I thought Montreal, they had a lot of chances. Fleury stood tall. But then the Habs would ice the puck with their young line on the ice of Suzuki. Toffoli's not that young, but Suzuki and Caulfield are the two really young players on that line. And Vegas would take advantage. They would put out the Stone, Pacioretty, Stevenson group. They wouldn't factor in on the goal though, or Stevenson would actually, but Shea Theodore would score the goal for Vegas. A slap shot from the point. I don't think Price saw it. I think he was screened in front. That was assisted by McNabb and Stevenson. 9:15 into the first period, it's 1-0 Vegas. And that goal seemed to go to the Golden Knights' legs, as I thought they did carry the play for a little bit. I thought Montreal, though, they got back to their game a bit too. And that first period overall, the final 10 minutes probably were pretty even. So the second period starts, and I just want to mention that Montreal did finish up a penalty kill, or they were finishing one up heading into that second period, carrying over from the first. And right off the opening face-off, Ben Sherrod backs up with the puck into his own zone. He fires it down the ice in what he's hoping to be just another routine clear on a penalty kill. Instead, he puts it into the netting in the Vegas zone. The refs call him for a delay of game penalty. It's 5-on-3 for Vegas for about maybe 15 seconds, I think. Montreal, though, they do a good job. They kill off both penalties. They get back on even terms. They get Sherrod back on the ice. But what happens shortly after that? Vegas still kind of buzzing around shortly after the power play comes to an end. Shea Theodore fakes that he's going to shoot it. I just want to say this too. All the Montreal players seem to get sucked to one side of the ice on this play. And that seems to happen to Montreal sometimes. I've noticed throughout these playoffs. It's something they're going to have to fix here as this series goes on if they want a chance to win. And anyways, they get sucked to one side of the ice. Theodore fakes the shot, like I said. He finds a wide open Alec Martinez. I believe it was Romanov who tried to dive over and block it. Price tries to dive over and save it. None of them are successful. None of them had any chance on the play. It's 2-0 Vegas. Shortly after that, Max Pacioretty and Mark Stone, the former Hab and the former Sen, coming down on a 2-on-1. Pacioretty passes it over to Stone, and Carey Price absolutely robs him with the glove. And how about a little anecdote behind that Price save, I guess somewhat, because I'm smiling a little bit because on Saturday I was talking with my dad, who's a Golden Knights fan, and he was saying, oh, I don't think Carey Price is that athletic. And I was looking at him like, what, have you seen Carey Price play before? He's pretty athletic. And I was kind of laughing at him when Price made that big save. I was like, you know, more or less, how is that for some athleticism? And I guess now my dad realizes that, yeah, Carey Price is a pretty athletic goaltender after that save. And Price would continue to stand tall in that second period as he had to make a lot of big saves on numerous Golden Knights players. I believe he made one on Pietrangelo coming down the back door there. So for Price, big second period for him. Not great for Montreal. I thought Vegas really started to get into their forechecking game, and that really posed a lot of problems for Montreal, like I said in the open. And they're going to have to find a breakout that works for them because Vegas really seemed to have all areas closed off. And Montreal just had a heck of a time breaking out, especially in that second period and even in the third, I thought, too. But eventually Montreal would get a power play as William Carrier would go for a roughing penalty on Brendan Gallagher. And that would set the stage for the youngster Cole Caulfield to score his first playoff goal. And that was assisted by Toffoli and Corey Perry. Toffoli in that bumper position. Actually, I want to say that, yeah, Caulfield, he did also have a chance early on, a very similar one to his goal, like literally, I don't know, a few seconds before that hit the side of the net. The Habs regained possession. They got the puck back, and Caulfield buried it on his second chance. There was no way he was going to miss it twice. He's known for his goal scoring. Pierre Maguire said that they're not paying him to get assists, although assists are nice, but they're paying him for his goal scoring, and Cole Caulfield shows up with a goal on the board, so good for him. The Habs are back within one. But the good times would not last long for Montreal, though, as Vegas would find their footing once again, and they would score to get up 3-1, as Alex Tuch would throw the puck on net. Janmark gets credit for the goal. It was assisted by Tuch and Whitecloud. But I don't know if he even really meant to touch it. His stick, it almost seemed like it was in the right place at the right time, and it just kind of went in for Vegas, so maybe somewhat of a fortunate goal. But I do want to say this on the goal, is that for Montreal, they play somewhat of a man-to-man in their own end, man-to-man coverage. And if you're going to play man-to-man, you got to go all in or you don't go at all. And that was kind of the case with Romanov. He gets caught, or Romanov, I guess is how you say it. So Romanov, he gets caught kind of halfway. He sags back to the middle, but then Tuch, which is his man that he should be covering, goes kind of out high. And if Romanov stays with Tuch, Tuch doesn't throw that puck on net, or if he does, it's more than likely blocked. And that goal probably never happens. So that's the lesson for Montreal. I mean, if you're going to play man-to-man, you got to have your guy there if you're Romanov. And that's not good for Montreal. It's good for Vegas, so it's 3-1. So the third period begins, and in that third period, the Vegas Golden Knights, I believe it was Pierre Maguire, I was watching the NBC broadcast, so I believe it was Pierre Maguire who said, this is almost surgical by the Vegas Golden Knights on how to defend the lead, and I couldn't agree with him more. Vegas, man, oh man, they're one of the best teams. They're showing us why they were so good defensively. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch a lot of their games in the regular season just because they were on late, usually like 10 o'clock and stuff like that. But man, seeing them in these playoffs, you can see why they had the best goals against in the NHL. 10:06 into that third period, Nick Holden would score a pretty weird goal. And the reason why I called it a weird goal is because it almost seemed like Price didn't expect that pass to get through to the other side of the ice. And Vegas, I've noticed they're really jumping their D up into the zone too, and Montreal's got to be more aware of that. I found that gave the Habs some problems too. So for Vegas, that's really working for them right now. Holden scores, assisted by Smith and Karlsson, and Karlsson on that play, he outmuscles Shea Weber, gets the puck to Smith. Riley Smith's a very underrated playmaker, I have to say, and he showed why he shouldn't be underrated anymore as he passed that across to Holden. And he buries it. Carey Price, like I said, he was looking like still the other way when Holden got the puck originally, and by the time it got across, there was really no chance for Price on that play. It's 4-1 Vegas now. So for Vegas, they hang on, they win 4-1. The Habs, like I said, they had nothing going on until they pulled Price. Montreal, they're going to have to find a way to deal with that Vegas forecheck, or this could be a really quick series. The Golden Knights, they just know how to win games. This is definitely the hardest team that Montreal has faced. A lot of people think it was Toronto, like I said in the preview of this series. But Vegas, they're skilled, they're fast, and they know how to win too. They know how to put games away. When they get a lead, there's not really much chance of you coming back, especially if they're leading heading into the third period. And when Vegas had the 2-goal lead heading into the third period yesterday, I knew pretty much, this game's probably over. Vegas is going to take it home because that's how good they are at defending the lead. Final shots were 30-29 for the Golden Knights. Montreal outshot them 12-8 in the first, 13-5 for Vegas in the second, 12-9 for Montreal in the third, but a lot of those came with them having an extra guy on the ice there when they pulled Price for the extra attacker. Even though the shots were pretty even, I thought Vegas probably was the better team, definitely from, I would say the second period on. They really got to their skating game. Third period, I didn't think they had a ton of zone time necessarily in Montreal's end, but they just weren't giving Montreal a whole lot to work with. I mean, every inch of ice was contested by Vegas. Montreal, every time one of their guys had the puck on his stick, they would look up and they would see a Golden Knights player right there confronting them right away. So those are my thoughts on this game, guys. Please let me know what you all think in the comment section below about the Habs and the Golden Knights and what's this series going to look like going forward. So let me know all that and more. Please like and subscribe and share this video as always. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.